AI for payroll professionals. And if you work in payroll and you have been hearing a lot about AI, but you are not really sure where to start, this video is for you. And the first thing I want you to know is this. You do not need to be technical to use AI. You do not need to understand coding. You do not need to become an AI expert. You just need to know how to ask for help. Think of ChatGPT as an assistant. It can help you organize your work, create first drafts, build checklists, document your processes, explain unfamiliar topics, and even help you look for things you may have missed. You are still the payroll professional. You make the decisions. AI simply helps you do some of the work faster and more consistently. Let's look at a few practical ways you can use it. First, use ChatGPT to create payroll checklists. If you process payroll every week, every 2 weeks, twice a month, or monthly, there are probably a number of steps that you repeat every single time. Employee changes, new hires, and terminations, time cards, overtime, deductions, benefits, taxes, paid time off, adjustments, and final review. You may already have a checklist, or like a lot of experienced payroll professionals, much of that checklist may simply be in your head. ChatGPT can help you get it out of your head and onto paper. You could type something as simple as create a U.S. payroll processing checklist for a bi-weekly payroll. Include employee changes, time cards, deductions, benefits, taxes, PTO, new hires, terminations, and final validation. Now you have a starting point. You review it, you add the things that are specific to your company, you remove anything that does not apply. And now you have something you can use again. The second way to use AI is to create standard operating procedures, or SOPs. This is one of my favorite uses. And here is why you already know how to do your job. The challenge is often documenting how you do it. You do not have to sit down and write a perfect procedure from scratch. Just explain the process to ChatGPT the same way you would explain it to another person. You might say, I am going to describe how I process payroll. Turn my notes into a simple step-by-step standard operating procedure. Include the purpose, responsibilities, steps, checkpoints, and common mistakes. Then start talking or typing it. It can be rough, it can be messy, it can be incomplete, and that is okay. ChatGPT can help you organize those thoughts into a clean process. Then you review it and make sure it accurately reflects what you actually do. That leads directly to the third use, training guides. Once you have an SOP, you can ask ChatGPT to turn it into a training guide for someone new. You can say, turn this payroll procedure into a training guide for a new employee. Explain each step in plain language and include a checklist at the end. Now you are beginning to create something really valuable. You are capturing knowledge. You are making it easier to train someone else, and you are reducing the risk of having an important process known by only one person. The fourth way to use AI is to learn faster. Payroll can get complicated. You may run into terminology, tax issues, deductions, adjustments, garnishments, or multi-state payroll situations that you do not deal with every day. ChatGPT can help explain those concepts in plain English. You might ask, explain supplemental wages to me in plain English. Give me an example and tell me what I should verify before taking action. Or explain the difference between gross pay, taxable wages, and net pay using a simple example. This can be a great way to get oriented before you dig deeper. But this is also where we need an important rule. Do not assume that every answer AI gives you is correct. For payroll taxes, employment law, compliance, benefits, or anything that can materially affect an employee or the company, verify the information with an authoritative source. Use AI to help you understand the question. Use it to help you identify what you need to investigate, but verify before you act. The fifth way to use ChatGPT is as a second set of eyes. Before you finalize payroll, you can ask AI to help you think through exceptions or unusual situations. For example, I am preparing to finalize a U.S. payroll. Give me a list of unusual payroll changes and exceptions I should review before approving payroll. It might remind you to look for things like unexpected overtime, unusually large pay changes, missing hours, duplicate payments, new employees, terminated employees, retroactive changes, or unusual deductions, it is not checking your actual payroll unless you give it information. And you should be very careful about what employee data you provide, but it can help you think through what to look for. That brings us to another important rule. Protect employee information. Do not paste social security numbers, banking information, medical information, passwords, personal addresses, or other sensitive employee data into an AI system unless your organization has specifically approved that system for that kind of information. You can still use AI without using real names or confidential information. Instead of saying Stephanie Smith, say employee A. Instead of entering an actual social security number, say SSN. You can describe the situation without exposing the employee. The sixth way to use AI is communication. Payroll professionals spend a lot of time communicating with managers and employees. Missing time cards, deadlines, corrections, year-end reminders, payroll changes, questions. ChatGPT can help create the first draft. For example, write a short professional message reminding managers that all time cards must be approved by noon Thursday for payroll processing. You can then adjust the language so it sounds like you and fits your company. That is an important point. AI does not have to replace your voice. It helps you get started. And sometimes getting started is the hardest part. So if you are new to AI, I do not want you to try all of this today. Start small. Pick one thing. Maybe you create your payroll checklist. Maybe you document one process. Maybe you take a set of rough notes and turn them into an SOP. That is enough. You do not need to completely change how you work. Just take one task you already understand and see if AI can make that task a little easier. And if you are not sure what to ask ChatGPT, use this simple formula. Help me do this task, then tell it what you do. Tell it the situation and tell it what you want back. For example, help me create a payroll checklist. I work in US payroll. We process payroll every 2 weeks. Give me a simple step-by-step checklist and ask me questions if you need more information. That is it. You do not have to write some complicated AI prompt. Talk to it like you would talk to a knowledgeable assistant. Give it context, tell it what you need, review what it gives you, make changes, and keep the final decision in your hands. The goal is not to become an AI expert. The goal is to become a payroll professional who knows how to use AI as another tool. You already know payroll. AI can help you capture what you know, organize what you do, and make some of that work easier. So here is my challenge for you. This week, choose one payroll task you already do. Use ChatGPT to create a checklist, build an SOP, or review your process for anything you might have missed. Start there. One task, one prompt, one small win. Then build from there. Until next time, keep learning with purpose.